Hello everyone, this is Eric.
And this is Cindy.
And today we're going to bring you 7 misconceptions / myths about the Philippines. As you know, travel misconceptions often present a problem for people trying to explore and experience new cultures when they travel. These misconceptions often cause people to have anxiety or fear about the place that they're traveling.
Mm-hmm.
It's important to dispel those misconceptions prior to traveling so that a person can fully enjoy the experience. First misconception and / myth about the Philippines is that people are expecting an undeveloped nation. The fact of the matter is the Philippines has majorly developed cities such as Manila and Cebu. These cities are comparable to most American cities and tend to have the same amenities that any American city would have. And not only are Manila and Cebu majorly developed cities, there's also Dumaguete, there's Iloilo, and there's Davao, just to name 3 others that are majorly developed. And one can expect to find all the amenities that you would typically find in an American city in those places as well. Now, the good thing about it is that the Philippines has a tropical climate. That goes along with having well-developed cities. A misconception and myth number 2. There's a common myth or misconception that the Filipinos are poor. Now, this probably stems from the fact that people generally tend to think that the Philippines is a third world country. But in reality, Filipinos, they know how to handle their money pretty well. They tend to prioritize experiences over spending their hard-earned money on lavish and extravagant unnecessary items. They tend to live in the moment, which is something a lot of Americans can take heed to, because we tend to generally live in the future. Some people even live in the past, but very few people live in the present moment. Most Filipino families may not have much income as compared to foreigners, but it doesn't necessarily mean they are poor. There are many super rich families in the Philippines. Think San Miguel beer. Misconception myth number 3. The Philippines is expensive to travel. Well, the cost of traveling to the Philippines can vary depending on your type of accommodations and the activities that you choose. However, the Philippines is relatively affordable compared to other popular Asian countries, such as Singapore or even Japan. Proper planning makes it possible to have a fantastic vacation without breaking the bank here in the Philippines. Now, these are just misconceptions because the truth of the matter is traveling to the Philippines is one of the most precious experiences you will ever encounter in your life. My first visit here in 2015 changed my life in a positive way. And I've simply not been the same after experiencing the culture and the people.
Misconception number 4, or myth number 4. Slow internet connection. Here in the Philippines, our internet connection, when I tested it, it was around 950 Mbps, or megabytes per second, for download, as well as the upload. So that's pretty fast.
Mm-hmm.
Also, there are several information technology companies doing business in the Philippines. These companies must have high-speed internet for their employees to operate. That's for sure. Also, Cebu City, for example, has the area called IT Park, and it consists mainly of information technology companies. And I worked in one of them. Number 5 misconception or myth here in the Philippines: the language barrier, or the difficulty communicating in English. English is actually one of the official languages of the Philippines and is widely spoken throughout the country. In fact, it is the language of instruction in schools, making it easy for tourists to communicate with Filipinos or with the locals. Misconception number 6. Filipinos date a foreigner for their passport and money. Marrying a Filipino does not mean that the foreigner has to support the Filipino's family either. It's a sad reality when Filipinos who choose to marry a foreigner or to have a foreign partner are assumed to be a gold digger. Can it be just about pure love? And yes, of course, it can. All foreigners are not rich. Also, not all Filipinos dream to become an American citizen or a British citizen. Alright, let's move on to the number 7 misconception or myth in the Philippines. Safety. Some people think that the Philippines is unsafe to visit. I guess you too. That is not entirely true. Like any other country, some areas may be unsafe due to crime, political unrest, or natural disaster. However, most places in the Philippines are safe for tourists to visit. Nevertheless, exercising caution and being aware of your surroundings is always recommended. You don't want to come to the Philippines and go to the slum areas just for fun. Of course, it's not safe. I mean, who would think to go there? Right?
Yes, I agree. Some people tend to have these misconceptions about the safety of the Philippines when really there are several places in the States that are much more dangerous to visit than in the Philippines.
Mm-hmm.
There's very nice places. There are very nice places in to visit here, and many tourists come without any kind of problems and go home with no bad experience at all.
True.
So hopefully that will dispel 7 of the popular myths and misconceptions about the Philippines for those of you who are coming to travel and those of you who are coming to retire or to live here in the Philippines.
Yeah, if you are planning to retire here in the Philippines, you can contact us with our email. We're going to be putting that in on our description below. And also, if you have planned to, or if you have decided to live here in the Philippines already, you can check out our video of whether or not you're going to rent or own. And I want to add too, if you are new to the Philippines and you're coming here to Cebu, don't hesitate to contact us. I can be your guide. I can drive you around the city to the tourist spots you want to go to. Let us know.
All right, thanks very much.
And till the next time,
Once again, this is Eric.
and Cindy, signing off.
Bye-bye.